Greetings to viewers of my channel. I welcome you to the ninth module in Success to Gate Control Systems. This module also covers the explanation with solutions to the problems pertaining to router A. Let us straight away move on to the problems. The first question is taken from GATE 2018 Electrical Engineering. Question number 34. The number of roots of the polynomial s power 7 plus s power 6 plus 7s power 5 plus 14s power 4 plus 31s cube plus 73s square plus 25s plus 200 in the open left half of the complex plane is options are 3, 4, 5 and 6. So how many roots of the characteristic polynomial are present in the left half of S plane? So as usual, router A is formed. So router A is formed like this. So 1, 7, 31, 25. Alternately from the highest power, we have to write the coefficients. The remaining coefficients should be written in the next row, that is the next power, rise power 6. Then we have to formulate all the elements of the router A by the same procedure, that is 1 into 7 minus 1 into 14 divided by 1, that is minus 7. Then how we got minus 42? 1 into 31 minus 1 into 73 by 1, like that. We have to evaluate all the elements of the router A. When we find out the elements of S cube row, we can find that it has got two zeros. So whenever there is a row of zeros, it indicates symmetrically located roots in the S plane. Of course, we can solve in determining the roots of the polynomial. If we are interested in finding out the exact location of the roots, but that is not the question. Therefore, from the auxiliary polynomial, we have to differentiate the auxiliary polynomial and replace the row of zeros. So this is the auxiliary polynomial, always row above row of zeros. So this is s power 4, so 8 s power 4 plus 48 s square plus 200. So if we differentiate this 32 s cube plus 96s, so replace this s cube row with the coefficients of dA by ds polynomial, that is 3296. So formulate rest of the elements of the router A till we get the last coefficient as 200. Now we can find that all the first column elements of the router A are not positive. We have positive as well as negative. Therefore, system is unstable. But we can find that this is positive, this is positive, this is negative, this is positive. So positive to negative, negative to positive, two sign change. So positive, 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 then negative, positive. Here again two sign changes. So for totally 4 roots in the right half of this plane. So number of sign changes in the first column indicates number of roots in the right half of this plane. So 4 sign changes, 4 roots in right half of this plane. The total order of the system is 7. Therefore, 7 roots are present. So 4 in right means remaining 3 in left. Therefore, option A fits into this. So option A is correct. So let us move to the next problem. So consider P of s equal to, so they have given the polynomial with all real coefficients. It is known that its derivative P dash of s has no real roots. Number of real roots of P of s is 4 options given, 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is very well clear that the derivative has no real roots means derivative will be second order polynomial. So second order polynomial should not have any roots means that polynomial should be auxiliary polynomial. Normally auxiliary polynomial roots are symmetrically located roots. So even j omega axis roots will be that only. Therefore, s square row, that is p dash, means we will get a 3s square. So s square row should correspond to the auxiliary polynomial. If s square row has to correspond to auxiliary polynomial, s power 1 row should be row of zeros. Anyway, this we can find out as usual in the same procedure. So we can find that this will be 0 when a1 a2 equal to a0. So when a1 a2 equal to a0, this is 0. So in that case, this is auxiliary polynomial a2 s square plus a0. Therefore, s square equal to minus a0 by a2. Therefore, plus or minus j root of a0 by a2. So 2 roots on j omega axis. So out of 3, 2 on the j omega axis. That is does not possess real root means remaining one root is real. That's all. Therefore, number of real roots of the polynomial is 1. So option B is correct. So see how simple the solution to the problem is. The only thing is we have to approach in the same systematic way. That's all. Let us move to the next problem. So this is a question from instrumentation engineering. Closed loop system is given. Alpha is not known, parameter alpha. Condition for asymptotic stability they are asking. So what is the condition for the system to be stable? Asymptotic stability means in the absence of input. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We use the Rouse stability criteria, that's all. So G of s is known, H of s is 1. Therefore, G of s, H of s we can formulate from that characteristic equation 1 plus G of s, H of s. So if we take LCM and simplify, this is the characteristic equation. From the characteristic equation, we have to formulate this Raut array we know. So 1 alpha plus 1 first row. Second row is 2 alpha, alpha plus 1. So as usual, we have to find out the rest of the elements of the Raut array. So we can find that the system will be stable only when all the first column elements are positive. So here we can find that for any positive value of alpha, this will be greater than 0, this will be greater than 0, but this will be greater than 0 only when alpha is greater than 0.5, because when alpha is just 0.5, this will be 0, less than 0.5 it is negative. So when alpha is greater than 0.5, this will be positive. Therefore when alpha is greater than 0.5, all the first column elements will be positive. Therefore this is possible only when alpha greater than 0.5. Therefore alpha greater than 0.5 is the condition for the system to be asymptotically stable. Therefore option D is correct. Let us move to the next problem. Range of k for which all roots of the characteristic equation are the left half plane is. It's again a simple problem. So we have to formulate the Raut array. So 1, 2, 3 k as usual. So if the system has to be stable, all the first column elements have to be positive. So this is possible only when k greater than 0 and this 6 minus k less than greater than 0 or k less than 6. Therefore range of k for stability is 0 less than k less than 6. So this fits into option A. Option A is correct. See how simple this problem also. So mostly simple problems are only asked in the GATE examination. Only thing is we should know how to approach, that's all. Next problem. A closed loop system has a characteristic equation given by s cube plus k square plus k plus 2 into s plus 3 equal to 0. For the system to be stable, which are the following conditions should be satisfied? So 4 conditions are given, 4 options are given. So as usual, formulate the Raut array. So we know how to formulate the Raut array. So after formulating Raut array, we can find that for the system to be stable, if k is greater than 0, this is okay. But when k is simply greater than 0, this may not be satisfied. When k is greater than 1, this will be satisfied because 1 plus 2 minus 3. That is, we can solve this, or even just by inspection we can find that this is possible, positive, only when k greater than 1. Therefore, for the system to be stable, that is for all the first column elements to be positive only when k greater than 1. So this is satisfied by option D. So option D is correct. Let us move to the last problem. So we are given a open loop transfer function of a unity feedback system. Value of k for which the system oscillates they are asking. That is at what value of k system will have frequency of sustained oscillations. So characteristic equation we can find as usual 1 plus g of s h of s equal to 0. So if we simplify this with the characteristic equation, and from this we can formulate Raut array as usual. We can find that whenever we want to get oscillation, that means we have to have imaginary roots. Imaginary roots are possible only when this becomes row of 0. So in that case, k has to be equal to 3 by 4. When k is 3 by 4, 4 into 3 by 4 minus 3, this will be 0. So 3 by 4 square plus 3. 3 by 4 square plus 3. So it is not 9. So 3 by 4 s square plus 3. So we will make a correction here. We change this as 3 by 4 s square plus 3. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we are not going to solve this, but even then we will correct it. So 3 by 4 square plus 3 equal to 0 means we can find out the roots as 3 by 4 square equal to minus 3. Therefore, definitely imagine roots. So this is possible only when k equal to 3 by 4. Therefore, it oscillates at that frequency. What frequency? That s square equal to minus 3 by 3 by 4. That when we take the plus or minus j square root of that, we will get that frequency. So, this is the conclusion for this particular module. So in the next module, we will discuss about the remaining problems in Rouse stability criteria. So we have a number of problems in GATE examination pertaining to this particular Rouse stability criteria. Some problems we have asked, so we have solved. Remaining problems we will solve in the next module. So for more detailed discussion on these topics, so refer this particular video. This I have shown in the last module also. So those who want to have a detailed study or revision of topics, kindly refer to this video. So if you have any comments, queries or feedback, post it to this mail ID and WhatsApp to this number. So thank you very much. So I will meet in the next module. Thank you.